Happy Thanksgiving. Hi. Yep. I am in Torrey, Utah right now. Entrance to Capitol Reef Park, where I'm very excited to be exploring with Allie tomorrow. Had an amazing day today that I'm excited to tell you about. Yes, I'm in my Thanksgiving long johns, and I've got a glass in hand to cheers you all. Happy Thanksgiving. It is nice to be here with you. I hope wherever you are happy, that you've had a relaxing day or a good day or a belly-filling day. And you know what I was just thinking as we were, as I was getting set up here in this little cozy little hotel room, I was just thinking that, one of the coolest things to think about is that maybe a lot of you gatherers are just as excited to be on and say hello to each other and wish each other a happy Thanksgiving as you are to be here with me and listening to music, and that thought makes me super happy. So I'm gonna just play a handful of songs, and we'll talk about the day a little bit, and then we're gonna welcome Turtle on to the gathering if we can get him, and we'll just see where it goes from there. All right. You got a style that come on like a hurricane wind. You got a spark that lights the fire that never ends. And in the times when hope is gone, you give me the strength to carry on. I know our path is long, but I believe you got a light, rise up like a dawning restless day. You got a voice when there are no words to say. You do everything you do, and I'll be watching out for you. Yeah. I know our path is true, 'cause I believe in the strength of one. I believe in a change to come. I believe that there's never been an easy way. I will walk through the wind and the rain, and I know that you do the same, 'cause I believe. Yeah, I stand with you now. When your heart beats in a cry, I stand with you now. When your soul it screams out loud, yet everything you do, you know I'll be watching out for you. I know our path is true, 'cause I believe. I believe in the strength of one. I believe in a change to come. I believe that there's never been an easy way. I will walk through the wind and the rain, and I know you will do the same, 'cause I believe. Yeah, I stand on the top of the mountain, raising my hand to the fire. I will not back out of the cover. I will not back down from this fight. I will make my voice a hurricane, set my soul alight. I will not stop. Um, yes, Kathy, there are indeed quadrupeds in sight. Here we are looking out. It's kind of an. It's unfortunately the window of this hotel is a little bit dingy. But if it wasn't dingy, you would be looking out on this really beautiful plain, Utah plain, and with mountains in the background, and some cattle, some looks like some Angus cattle back there, yep. It's been an amazing day. I'm gonna play another song though, just while you guys, sit down and say hello to each other and hang out. I tried to pick, I don't really have too many like Thanksgiving-y. I tried to pick a set list tonight that was a little bit Thanksgiving-ish. But as you know, when I end up talking to Turtle, sometimes that could take a little while. So we might not even get to play a whole lot of music tonight. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees, younger than the mountain, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I've known, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. All my memories, they gather round her, honest lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusky, painted on the sky, this taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. Well, I hear her voice in the morning as she called me. The radio remind me of my home far away. Driving down this road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place, I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road, take me home, country road. Yeah, John Denver. Yeah, that song was written by a guy that appreciates being around family and home. Appreciated, right? Also felt kind of like, right? He sung about so often this kind of like ancient soul in the land that he's around. He was around, and And I was feeling a lot of that today. Allie and I woke up in a place called Lee's Crossing, which is super interesting, in fact, because I know Turtle loves history. I'm going to tell you about Lee's Crossing when I'm talking to Turtle. But we woke up, that's in southern Utah. Right by, right along, the crossing is the crossing of the Colorado River, right by the mouth of the Grand Canyon, as a matter of fact. Some people kind of consider that to be the beginning of the Grand Canyon. In fact, when people take rafting trips into the Grand Canyon, oftentimes they'll start at Lee's Crossing. And these incredible cliffs, though, it's kind of like right in between Grand Canyon and Glen Canyon. We woke up by these amazing cliffs, the Vermilion Cliffs. I don't know if any of y'all have been out there, you know what I'm talking about, but just waking up in those places with this just like desolate landscape and then these towering red multicolored structures fills the heart. Allie and I went on a crazy hike up, like right up the face of one of these giant cliffs. Yeah. Whew. Got my adrenaline going. I was definitely more scared than Allie was on the hike. Yep. And then we got in the car, and we found out yesterday, this is really cool. We found out yesterday that we are going to be meeting Allie's sister tonight. She left Colorado. She wasn't sure she was going to be able to. And this trip, this incredible trip this week that Allie and I have been on has been bittersweet because, of course, if it wasn't such an apocalyptic year, we would be with family. And our tradition is to be with Allie's family in Nebraska. And this is, I think, the first time in Allie's life that she hasn't been in Nebraska for Thanksgiving. That's a hard thing. So we decided we were going to do something really, really fun. And it has been fun, but, you know, it's hard not to be around family, as I know a lot of you all are feeling right now, right? What complicated, messed up times we're all living through. And it's true, right? This is a day where we get to be grateful for all of the things that we have, and gosh, I certainly am. I know Allie is. I know so many of you are. But it's okay to recognize how messed up our world is right now and how hard that is. Right? That can be part of it. Right? Things being as bad as they are sometimes can be the mechanism for helping us appreciate the things that we have, right? But anyways, we found out that Betsy, Allie's sister, was going to be able to come and meet us. And we were actually, Allie and I were headed south. Allie likes the sun. She likes the warmth. So we were headed south in Arizona. Believe it or not, we were in Sedona. We were going to go south. Right along the border of Mexico, there's some beautiful parks and cool little towns. And we were just going to, but as soon as we found out Betsy could come and hang with us, we knew she was coming from Colorado, so we decided to drive north. And so that's what we did. From Lee's Ferry this morning, we drove north. We on this beautiful road. We skipped over two of the big, giant, famous national parks, Zion and Bryce, and opted to spend some days at a lesser-known park further north in Utah called Capitol Reef, and it is. We're really excited. So we just got into town, and as we were driving through these little towns in Utah, we actually realized that we did not have any food, and it was Thanksgiving, and nothing was going to be open. And so So we are in a hotel in Torrey, Utah, with the frozen pizza and a bottle or two, waiting on Betsy to get here, and we're camping out. It's frozen pizza Thanksgiving, and it feels fun. It feels awesome to be here, and certainly feels good that you all are hanging out. I can't believe so many of you are hanging out tonight. That makes me super happy. It is good to be around family on Thanksgiving in whatever form that family takes. Speaking of which, why don't we call Turtle and see how he's doing this Thanksgiving? Let's see how this goes. Oh boy. Oh God. Here it comes. Is he gonna answer the phone? Is the big question. Is he gonna answer? Oh!
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You are here.
I hear you. I can't quite. There you
are. Oh, there you are, pretty boy. What are you doing?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. It's good to see you.
Am I okay in the frame?
You look perfect in the frame. Yeah. You're getting better at this Skype thing.
That's all I care about. Better to look good than to feel good.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. It's nice. I was just saying to everybody, it is nice in any way that we can do it to be around family today. So I love that you were able to come on and gather and hang with me a little bit. That makes me happy. Cheers.
Been looking forward to this all week.
I've been looking forward to this all week. In fact, I have a Thanksgiving trivia question for you, and yes, I thought I would just to warm up, offer a Thanksgiving trivia question in return.
Well, actually, I appreciate that you went through all the trouble to actually find a trivia question, but I've decided that I'm just going to recite all 18 and a half minutes of Alice's Restaurant.
You know, I've seen a couple.
No trivia tonight.
I've seen some gatherers requesting that song, and really, I feel like for the lengths that Team Gathering has gone through this year, I probably should have actually rolled up my sleeves and learned that song for us.
Just give him a chorus.
Yeah, right? I wonder if I could pull that off, right? You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. That's it, right?
Close enough.
You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back. Just a half a mile from the... Shit. I had it close. All right.
That was pretty good.
I'll get it by the end of the gathering, I promise.
Before we do get started, I do seriously have a very important message.
Okay.
This is for all of the people in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. Stay safe out there.
That confused me entirely. Everything you said confused me.
That's the first trivia question. What movie is that from?
For all people in, what did you say?
The occupied zone.
In the occupied zone. Give me a decade of the movie.
80s.
Your wheelhouse.
Was there any other decade?
What was the one? What was that movie where it had all those guys like Patrick Swayze? They were the Russians had come and they took over. Right? What was that called? Was that called like Red Dawn or something like that?
You got it, brother.
Did I nail that?
You nailed it.
Sorry, gatherers, I didn't give you enough headway. I think I've only seen like half that movie, but Occupied Zone.
It's a classic.
It's a classic. Okay, Turtle, you ready?
I'm ready. Hit me.
On average, how many calories does an American take down during their Thanksgiving meal? Gatherers, on average, how many calories does one American take down during a Thanksgiving meal?
Well, I know the answer to this.
You know the answer to this? This wasn't one of your trivia questions, was it?
The answer is a lot.
True.
I don't know that, but I do know that Americans eat more food on Thanksgiving Day than any other day of the year.
Ooh, we've got some right answers. Tom.
A right answer. Wow.
From our gatherers, I'm just watching right now because I know the answer. Tom and Michelle and some other people are close.
All right, I'm gonna poke a guess out there.
You poke a guess.
I'm gonna say 2,500 calories.
You, sir, are off by 2,000 calories.
500 calories?
No, other way. 4,500 calories on an average Thanksgiving dinner.
Jiminy crickets.
Yeah, that's the proper response.
That's a lot of calories.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the real question. Like when I eat Thanksgiving, right? There's the Thanksgiving meal, which is like a flurry of joy and pain, right? And then I finish everything that I can finish, and the pain never really goes away. But as soon as it subsides enough,
right,
I eat some more. Does that count as the Thanksgiving meal? Is the question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a good answer.
You know what I'm eating for Thanksgiving tonight?
I do know, and I think I've got that beat.
Oh, really?
I heard that you're having a frozen pizza and a couple of bottles. You didn't say exactly what they were.
Well, I can extrapolate upon that if you would like. But what do you got that beats me?
Well, many, many, many moons ago, before I was a member of the famed Adam Ezra group, I was in a band called the Brides of Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
And we were on tour in Macon, Georgia on Thanksgiving Day, probably around 1993. And same thing, in a hotel room in Macon, Georgia, with absolutely nothing open. And we had, our Thanksgiving dinner was peanut butter and jelly on stale Wonder Bread.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Although, here's where I may have you beat. It may have been that Allie and I bought an oven baked, like a frozen oven pizza.
Yeah.
And we only have, and it's kind of like a big one, right? And we only have a small microwave in the room.
Right.
If you
literally have to eat frozen pizza, then you've got me beat.
All right, what's your next question?
All right, so I also have a Thanksgiving question. So every year since 1947, the National Preservation for Turkeys Foundation, I don't know the name of it, but it's a crazy name, has given a live turkey to the president. And traditionally, these turkeys were slaughtered and served at the White House for Thanksgiving. Who was the first president to pardon the turkey?
I know the answer to this question, Turtle. John F. Kennedy was the first president to pardon a turkey, I believe. And I believe later it was, I think it was Ronald Reagan that made it an official custom to pardon a turkey each year. It was either Ronald Reagan or George H.W. Bush made it an official American tradition for the president to pardon a turkey.
So we're gonna have to do a little more research because the answer that I have is Ronald Reagan.
Aha.
Yeah. I don't know where you're getting the Kennedy information, but we might have to look into that.
Yep. I heard that it was John F. Kennedy that pardoned the first turkey, but it was later, and maybe that's where our crossover is, that old Ronnie made it a tradition. We'll see.
So you're saying that Kennedy said, pardon the turkey, and Johnson said, cook it up?
Yeah, he was not into that. Yep, that's what I'm saying. And by the way, did you guys, gatherers, did you know what Turtle has chosen to call this ongoing segment useless trivia that may or may not be true? And this question certainly fits that bill.
It's actually useless trivia that may or not be accurate. I'm going to give you a little obscure Adam Ezra Group trivia.
I may be 2 for 2, by the way, Turtle. I was 0 for 5 last week.
I'll give you at least 1.5 for 2.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Is Jenna on? Am I beating Jenna? That's all I care about.
No, actually, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Jen is working.
Jen is working tonight.
Yes.
She
just sent me a text message saying it was very slow.
Very slow. Is she making time and a half?
Very slow. I don't know. I would assume so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Go get it, girl.
All right. Adam Ezra Group trivia. Very obscure.
Okay.
The Adam Ezra Group was playing a show at one of my favorite venues, the Bitter End in New York City.
Yes.
And the question is, what famous film director did Honey John and yours truly meet in a video store on Bleecker Street?
I know this.
We handed him a CD and begged him to put our music in his next movie.
Tactful. Oh God. Pulp Fiction guy, and I can't. Why am I blanking on his name right now? Come on, gatherers, help me out. Pulp Fiction, that guy. Reservoir Dogs, right?
Good movie.
That was a good movie. They were both good movies.
They're great movies.
Tarantino.
There it is.
Thank you, Norm. Appreciate it. I had to phone a friend on that one, but I saw the answer. Man
has a huge head.
And he's tall, right?
Very tall, big fellow, huge man.
Because do you remember? So that when you guys told me that about him, it blew my mind because the only time I had seen him is from that scene in Pulp Fiction that he wrote himself into, right? When he's in the house with the bathrobe, and he looks so diminutive and skinny and short. Like, that's some filming, right? Like, that's some magical camera work right there.
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I feel like I've gotten two-part scores and a full score.
You know, we don't need to label it. You're doing very well.
Thank you. You're making me feel so good on Thanksgiving, too.
I got another one for you.
Okay.
All right. You know those French chef's hats, those really tall hats?
Yes.
Those are folded. and they have 100 folds in them. Do you know what that 100 folds represents? There's a reason it's 100 folds.
100 folds is supposed to represent 100 folds on a chef's hat is supposed to represent the number of times you are supposed to wrap a pastry in butter in order to make the perfect croissant.
I don't exactly know what a croissant is. No, that's not quite accurate.
Okay, we have a couple answers from some gatherers.
All right.
100 pleats represents 100 ways to cook an egg.
Bingo!
Wow! Benton. Nice.
Yep.
I love it, man. All right.
Very good.
Somebody equals ways to make eggs. Adonica also got it right.
Nice, nice.
Nice. Our gatherers are they're on it.
So, speaking of croissant,
Yeah.
do you know where that was invented?
No.
That's my next question then.
In Hamburg, Germany.
No, I believe that's where the hot dog was invented.
There's a place, I mean, not in France.
Not in what?
Not in France.
No, not in France. It is not French.
Ah. Are you telling me that a croissant is not French?
Yes.
You're telling me that.
That's what I'm telling you.
All right. I have no idea.
That may or may not be accurate. But that's what I'm telling you.
Well, you're stumping all of the gatherers so far. Somebody said Austria.
That's a bingo.
Man, Adonica twice.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
The reason it's shaped like a crescent,
yeah,
is because that was on the flag of the Ottoman Empire, who had a famous war with the Austrians.
Yeah.
And the baker said that every time his countrymen eat a croissant, that they would be symbolically devouring the Turks.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a bit visceral.
Little crazy.
Well, now, I know that you dig on history, so I have to tell you a little bit about this place that Allie and I were in this morning, because it was amazing. So, right, Colorado River.
Okay.
Flowing, right? Flowing down, and it's through southern Utah and then down into Arizona, right? And that's where the Grand Canyon is, and north of the Grand Canyon is the Glen Canyon. So like insane, massive cliffs and land structures, right? Like daunting. Imagine being a pioneer crossing the country, right? And trying, and getting to all this shit, and how do you get across, right? There was this one place that had this kind of sloped embankment in between cliffs and canyons, and there was a guy, and his last name was Lee. I want to say it was John something Lee, something John Payne Lee, John Elk Lee. I don't remember, but he was actually kind of an outlaw. He was he and a bunch of Native Americans and a bunch of Mormons, he was a Mormon, banded together and ambushed a wagon train that was heading west from Arkansas in something Meadows, Utah, and like slaughtered them. It was a massacre, right? And he was running from the law, and he took his 2 wives, and he came to this place that is now known as Lee's Crossing, Lee's Ferry. Thank you, Allie. And he
may or may not be accurate.
This is definitely questionable on my facts. But this place is amazing because it's basically, they still have like some of the stone structures that were originally there, and he built this ferry, and people would come so much that it was called Lee's Ferry, right? It's still to this day called Lee's Ferry, and it was only in operation for a couple years before the law caught up to Lee, and he was executed. But this place is incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, this place, Lee's Ferry, where Allie and I were hiking, is incredible because for about 50 years in there, it was like just a place, the only place you could cross, and the only way you could cross was this ferry. And so there were soldiers there were people that were traveling, a lot of miners, a lot of people that were also kind of trying to evade the law, and it's all still right there in this space. Pretty amazing.
That is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Like, you think of all of the people that must have crossed there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right?
It's pretty crazy.
Right. And what were they, like trading in,
Right.
like goods to come across the river, and just a different. It was the Wild West.
Cool.
1870 is when the ferry was first built. So that was like right in there.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool. So what is there anything there, like, did they build a bridge, or is there anything there now?
A little south of there now they have, I think it's called the Navajo Bridge, and that kind of, it made the ferry obsolete. And then there was a guy that invested a ton of money in a mining operation at Lee's Ferry, and he lost it all. And he brought in a steamship from California to bring coal and other supplies to power the mines, but couldn't navigate the Colorado River, and so there are still, you can see pieces of the steamship sticking out of the Colorado River at Lee's Ferry, right? Like from way back from like 1908 or something like that when it was happening.
Wow.
Really cool. Really cool.
Huh.
Yeah, I was thinking about
nice.
you today because, Allie and I are on this kind of journey this week, and we're doing a lot of incredibly beautiful hikes, and it is just soul-filling. But it was really cool to experience what we felt like was a tiny little chapter of American history, right in this like tiny little corner. And I was thinking about you. Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, you got one more question for me, bub?
Well, yeah. Let me think. Who is widely considered as the most successful actor in terms of box office receipts?
Whoa. I knew that there was going to be an acting question. Well, I guess Red Dawn also counts. You all should know Turtle is a movie guy. A movie and music, I think, it's safe to say, is your sweet spot, right?
That's pretty sweet.
Most box office tickets sold all time.
Yeah.
I've got an idea.
All time.
I think I've got an idea.
Okay.
I think I've got an idea. But I think it's off. I think I read it somewhere, maybe.
Yeah. You wouldn't know this unless you knew this. It's not like you wouldn't come up with this.
Those are words to live by.
Yeah.
It's a modern actor. Am I right?
It's a modern actor. Yeah. Yeah. He's still active.
Oh, I'm seeing some good answers that I think I might like more than my answer. But I think I read this somewhere, and I may be.
All right. Do you want to give me yours first?
Yeah.
Or you want to give me theirs?
Yeah, because nobody's guessing mine. Is it Will Smith?
No.
No, not even close. Huh?
Not Will
I
Smith.
thought I read that somewhere. Okay. I liked the other one that I liked. Let me see. We're seeing Tom Cruise,
Okay.
Robert De Niro, Clint
Yeah, good
Eastwood. Tell me if I land on this.
Well, I'll tell you. Yeah. See, the wrong thinking is that people are looking for like the main draw in the movie.
Right.
Aha.
It could be a supporting actor or
It's
actress.
supporting actress. Yes.
Oh. What's the game that you play that everybody is a couple steps away from? What's his name? An actor?
Oh, Kevin Bacon. 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Who also I think has a band, doesn't he?
He does. The Bacon Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Let's see. I'm still a lot of Tom Hanks, Joe Pesci, Johnny Depp.
Are you here?
You're busy tonight over there, huh, bud?
It's a mess,
Barbara Streisand,
Ooh.
Harrison Ford, Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know. I don't think if they haven't gotten it yet, I think you got to tell us.
I'll give you a hint. He was on a television show for years based in Boston. And he played a mailman.
Cliff Clavin?
John Ratzenberger.
Come on!
So he was in Star Wars.
He was?
He was in the...
Oh gosh, he was. He was one of the X-Wing pilots, wasn't he?
He wasn't a pilot. He was a rebel, like a captain.
Oh my god.
He had like 2 lines in Star Wars. He was in the first Superman movie. And he's been in every single Pixar movie ever made.
Oh right. He
is Cha-Ching.
Right. Who is he in Toy Story? Is he the
He was the pig, I think.
He's the pig, right?
I think.
Oh my god, right. Alright. A dark horse.
Yeah, Ratzenberger.
A dark horse. I like that question.
That's a good one.
Alright, I know I said the last one was your last one, but do you have one more? Did you prepare another question?
I did prepare another one, but as the same thing would happen last time, after the first question, my thing disappeared and I can't get it back. So, let me see if I can think of it off the top of my head. Let me think.
That's okay. You can owe us an extra question next round.
I got one.
Okay.
This is for, I know you'll get a kick out of this. And I'm sure there are a few other sci-fi fantasy geeks out there. What non-Star Wars spaceship can be seen in Episode 7?
Episode
Star Wars 7.
7. There's a non-Star Star Wars spaceship?
Yes.
I mean, dude, I am a sci-fi geek and a dork, and that is
I can
beyond
confirm
me.
it's in the trailer. I have not seen it with my own eyes in the actual film, but in the trailer is a scene from the film, and it's there.
You're saying that a spacecraft from another
Yeah. From another dimension.
I mean, so are we talking like the Enterprise? I mean, that's the only other. What other spacecraft would be that recognizable?
That is a spaceship. Yeah. The Enterprise, the Battlestar Galactica. There's all kinds.
Right.
The
a lot of people saying the Enterprise, but I think they're just shooting it. I think they're just they're just
Lost
shooting.
in Space 1999, Planet of the Apes, the one Alien. There's a lot of
Batteries not included.
batteries. That was a robot.
Shit. No, what was I thinking about? Navigator. Do you remember that movie? Flight of the Navigator. I loved that. You were too old to appreciate that. That was like a really dumb sci-fi. But I was like a little kid. I loved that movie.
When I was on the road with Adam for about, 15, 20 years.
Somebody says Serenity, by the way. You know that?
Bingo.
No way.
Yes.
You know that one's close to both of our hearts, too.
I know. That's why I asked you.
Damn it. Serenity is in Star Wars?
No.
By the way, Serenity is a spaceship from a series called Firefly that was on for 1 year, and it is an awesome cult sci-fi series that is a favorite of both Turtles and mine. Fair to say?
There's a yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's a scene where the Millennium Falcon is flying, and it's like flying just above the ground, and in the top corner, Serenity is shooting up across the sky.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You were about to say something, and I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, I think that's what it was.
No.
Oh, yes. I was just going to say how you never stopped talking about that movie.
Which movie?
The what was it? The Last Starfighter? Or
Oh, so that's very different. I had said the Flight of the Navigator, but the last Starfighter was a very bad science fiction movie that was a favorite of mine. It was very formative. It was a gateway drug for me back in the day.
Nice. Well, how do you feel about Galaxy Quest?
Love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, love it.
All right. We should do a what are those things called when you just talk about whatever you want to talk about? We should do a one.
And that would swiftly end the Gathering series, I think. All our gatherers would clearly agree we'd gone off the rails. Although we could probably do a marathon conversation and not get bored. Everyone else would get bored. All right, I'm gonna sing a song for these guys.
All right.
But it was good getting to talk to you a little bit. It's just good getting to spend some time with a friend on Thanksgiving.
And did I hear that Allie's sister's making an appearance?
Yeah, Betsy's coming.
You tell Betsy that Turtle's thinking about her.
I will. She'll be psyched to hear that. She'll be psyched.
The last time I saw her, I think, was when we played at that hospital that she worked at.
Oh yeah, that was pretty special. She played at we played at the Children's Hospital in Denver.
Children's Hospital in Denver, yeah.
For a bunch of amazing little kiddos, and she was there. That's right. That was a good show.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That whole Den Colorado tour was good. I like that.
Yeah.
The Abominable Snowman and all.
All
right, brother.
Thank you for hanging with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging with all of us. I hope.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, bud.
All right, man.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
All right, that was a really long hang. It was more just of a hang material, but I think that that's what you're maybe supposed to do on Thanksgiving. But it felt nice. Thank you for indulging a couple of buddies. Yeah. Let's sing a couple to finish up this night, okay? We'll be alright today. All our failures, celebrations together, rise together, rise and fall. All our doubt and inspiration, and all our darkness and elation together, rise together, rise together. And we'll be alright today. It's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you know. Ready to carry on. May it keep you ahead of the night. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's is the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, and all that we see is to our hearts, and the air that we breathe is to a land in good company. Here's to the drink that we share. I should just say, I know that it has been a hard year for everybody. And this day is, well, can be about a lot of things, right? But one of the things it is often about is sharing some time with some people that you love. And I know that a lot of you all, a lot of us are separated from the people that we love, separated from family members and friends, and even just the places that we're used to being, the lifestyle we're used to having. And I'm feeling for you all, and for all of us. We're still alive. And those of us gathering tonight, we are together for this time, for a little time. And we're going to wake up tomorrow and we're going to keep surviving until this thing is over and the world starts spinning normally again. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. These moments will pass lightly and they won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us, and all that we see is to our hearts, and the air that we breathe. Here's to around in good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Whoa, here's to the drink that we share. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you again tomorrow.